Hi there, and welcome to this tutorial on using the RingCentral REST API to create default avatars for the RingCentral address book. This tutorial uses the Community Ruby SDK and is available on GitHub as part of the RingCentral AVATARS Ruby gem. As you may know, RingCentral currently uses a single default avatar for all users without photos, but it is nice to have differentiated avatars for each user, such as user initials or identicons. We'll cover how to do this in this tutorial using the RingCentral Profile Image API. For this tutorial and demo, the end result we want to achieve is updating the default avatars to use user initials, as in this screenshot. We'll assume you know how to use the Community Ruby SDK, including instantiating and authorization. So we'll move on to this specific use case. If you need to learn or brush up on SDK basics, see the Ruby SDK's documentation on Read the Docs. To upload default avatars for all users without photos, we'll need to do three basic things. First, we'll need to get a list of all users without avatars. Then, for each user, we'll need to create and upload an avatar image. Finally, we'll need to handle rate limit throttling for multiple API calls. Let's take a look. To get a list of users, we'll call the Account Extension API. This API can retrieve up to 1,000 extensions at a time, so if you have less than that in your account, you won't have to do any paging. If you have more, you'll have to page to get all the extensions. To filter on users without an image, we'll look for the Profile Image eTag property. If this property does not exist, then the user does not have an image. It is also updated whenever the image is updated, so you can use it to check for changes. Here's what the profile image property looks like in the extension object. You can see the eTag, content type, and last modified dates, along with URIs for the images themselves. If you need to page, you should check the paging and navigation properties, which tell you how many pages there are and provide URLs for you to follow. Here's some sample code for paging. You'll notice that it follows the navigation next page URI. Now let's create an avatar. We'll need to decide what kind of avatar we want to create. This can use user initials, identicons, or even robots via the RoboHash project. For this demo, we'll use user initials. There are several good avatar libraries on Ruby gems already. We'll use the user initials, which are a common default for applications such as Gmail and Exchange Online. For this, the Avatarly gem provides good functionality. For identicons, the Ruby identicon library is also available. To upload the image, we'll use the SDK's Faraday client to create a Faraday upload IO object to upload. We'll create a temp file first, create a Faraday upload IO object for that file, and then send it off to the API. Also, if we have many users in our address book, we'll need to consider rate limit throttling. When an application is throttled by the RingCentral API, it will receive a status 429 error and a retry after header populated with a value in seconds, so the app should wait before retrying the API call. A simple way to do this is shown below. In the case of the Ruby SDK, automatic retry handling, including waiting, is available simply by turning on the parameter to true. To perform this functionality, the SDK uses code from the Faraday request retry middleware, which is linked at the bottom of the slide. Finally, let's put this all together. The ringcentral-avatars gem has an example script called updateavatar.rb that will run and see the avatars change in the RingCentral soft phone. Now let's run this demo. For this, we'll move to VS Code and take a look at the updateavatar.rb file, and also look at the RingCentral soft phone. As you can see, I've already updated the icons in here, and we are going to be overwriting all of these, and you will see the colors change in real time. I've configured my RingCentral credentials in the .env environment file, which will be automatically loaded using the load env configuration parameter. And I've set the retry option to true. So now let's run the app. So I'm going to run the app, and I'm going to use the two properties, all and overwrite. All will create avatars for all user extensions, and overwrite will overwrite existing images. And it's running. Now the images are being prepared and sent up, and you can see the image colors changing on the right-hand side. Let's wait till it finishes. There we go. So there you have it, updating the RingCentral address book avatars. I'd like to thank WebPro for their Reveal MD project, which was used to create this presentation. This presentation is written in Markdown and available online. The following resources are available, and if you have any questions, please reach out to the RingCentral developer community or Stack Overflow. You can also reach me online using my handle, Grokify. This concludes this tutorial. Thank you for watching.